Hello, welcome back, and happy Yule. My name is Nordic HammerJ. As you can tell, winter's coming, which means that we've once again reached the end of another year, which also means that we're in the holiday season. So, that means that everywhere you go, everyone and everything you see is dressed up in holiday attire. You see people hosting or going to wild parties, and you see a lot of people spending small fortunes on gifts for their kids, friends, family, co-workers, or whoever else that they may be buying for. Because, that's what you're supposed to do in life, right? Well, according to the Havamal, maybe not. The Havamal is a series of 164 stanzas in a poem given to us by Odin, or better known as Yule during this time of year. Think of the Havamal as part of like a Nordic Bible, or at the very least, for lack of better words, think of the Havamal as some moral advice that you can live your life by. Now, even though this poem was given to us hundreds of years ago, a lot of the stanzas still have a lot of weight and still apply to our lives today. So, for this video, I thought what better gift I could give to you during this holiday season than reading 12 stanzas from the Havamal that I think we could use and grow and become better people. I'm sure a lot of other channels done this before, but these are the ones that I think that kind of pertain to our lives today. Now, I'll be reading this Havamal version from Jackson Crawford's The Poetic Edda, which is also a great book if you're interested in getting into this faith. And if so, I can leave a link in the description down below. But, enough talk, let's get to it. At every doorway before you enter, you should look around. You should take a good look around, for you never know where your enemies might be seated within. I see this one of two ways. Either you can look at it face value, as to make sure that whenever you're in a new environment or new surroundings that there's no one or nothing dangerous around you, or you can look at it as no matter what you do in life, whether it be like a task or a project or a job or something of the sort, that you make sure that you know exactly what you're getting into before you actually start doing it. Either way, be safe. A wise man is not showy about his wisdom. He guards it carefully. He is silent when he comes to a stranger's home. The wise man seldom wanders into harm, for he can never have a more faithful friend than a good supply of wisdom. This one I see as just plainly put, be humble. Don't be that guy that everyone finds annoying with knowledge that no one really asked for. Also, the wise man seldom wanders into harm. Once again, as like the first stanza, just know your surroundings, know the room that you're in, know the crowd. Don't say something that will get you into a fight or get you in harm's way. There is not as much good as men claim there is in alcohol for one's well-being. A man knows less as he drinks more, and loses more and more of his wisdom. As you probably noticed by now, Nordic people held highly about being wise. So yes, having a drink or two is okay, but the more you drink, the dumber you get, and you just make a fool out of yourself. Don't hold on to the mead horn, but drink your fair share. Say something useful or stay quiet, and no one else will judge you poorly if you go to sleep early. When people think of Norse people or Vikings, they usually think of mead horns and mugs full of ale and just a great party. Well, this one's saying that yes, it's okay to have fun and have a good time drinking, but also know your limit. That there's nothing wrong with knowing when to stop, and you shouldn't feel judged because no one should be in that situation. Even cows know when they should go home and leave behind the fields, but an unwise man does not know the measure of his own appetite. Just like the last one, this one also has you be aware of your limit. Just because you can eat something doesn't mean that you should eat something. You don't need to clean off an entire table just because. You should eat a healthy amount and try not to eat anything more than that. Even animals know when to stop eating. Why can't you? A fool stays awake all night worrying about everything. He's fatigued when the morning comes and his problems remain unsolved. This one I think we all need to learn how to do a little bit better. Everyone has stress. Every job, every relationship, every friendship, every family, everything just gives us stress these days, it seems like. And as difficult as it is, we really need to learn how to just leave it at the door when we get home. Because all it's going to do is make us stay up late, thinking about what we could have done or what we should have done or what we need to do, and
realistically, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to make a difference when you're at home when you should be resting up and preparing for the next day. All it's going to do is make you more tired and more overwhelmed and more stressed out for the next day, which will just make that domino effect and make the next day worse than the day before. So, rest when you're home. Try not to worry about it. It'll eventually get taken care of, and you need not to worry. It's a long and crooked walk to a bad friend, even if he lives nearby, but it's an easy road to a good friend, no matter how long the journey. I think this one's kind of tied into the last one about the whole overstressing and trying to relax. You should really look forward to hang out with your friends, because if you're not and you're kind of dreading it, are they really your friend? If you're willing to make a 4-hour drive to hang out with one of your friends for a weekend and not really looking forward to just going down the road to see someone else, you need to kind of figure out which friends you want to keep and which ones are just kind of there. It's better to have a home, even if it's little. Everyone should call somewhere home. Even if you own just 2 goats beneath a faulty roof, that's still better than begging. This one's very much about being humble and appreciating what you have. It seems like everywhere you go, no matter what form of media you look at, it's being forced down your throat that you need to have the biggest, the baddest, the most expensive thing on the market. You don't need that. Be humble. Enjoy the house that you have. Enjoy the things that you have. The car, the clothes, the pets. Some people don't have it. Some people wish that they had things that you have. And you should really learn to appreciate what you have more. Never go even a single step without a weapon at your side. You never know when you might find yourself in need of a spear. I don't necessarily think this one specifically means that you need to carry a weapon with you at all times, but I think it's trying to say that you just need to be prepared no matter what situation you may be in. Like, personally, I carry a flashlight and a multi-tool on my belt because you never know when you might need one. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Be a friend to your friend, and repay each gift with a gift. Repay laughter with laughter. Repay treachery with treachery. This shows once again how important Scandinavian people saw friendship back then, and I agree with most of it. That of course you should be a friend to your friend. If they made you dinner one night, you should make them dinner another night. If they helped you move into a new house or an apartment, you should help them move if they need help with it someday. You know, that's what friends do. Now I do kind of disagree with the repay treachery with treachery though, because an eye for an eye makes the world go blind, and realistically, you shouldn't be mean to your friends. Jokingly, yes, but seriously, no. So, be a good friend. You should not give only big gifts. Often a little thing will win you favor. I have won friends with just half a loaf of bread and a bowl of soup. I think this one is another lesson that we really need to learn, especially during this holiday season. That you don't need to buy the most expensive, the most elaborate gift you could find on Amazon or in some store. I think friends and family would rather have a meaningful gift that actually truly means something to them than a extremely expensive gift just so you can brag about how much you spent to them. Money and expensive gifts don't buy friendship. True friendship. Money can be used, though, to buy things that truly shows your friends and family that you do care and that you are a friend. Cows die, family die, you will die the same way. But a good reputation never dies for the one who earns it well. Last but not least, this one reminds us that we are just humans. We're not gods, we don't last forever. And the only thing about us that will last forever is what we did with our lives. Whether we were super productive or lazy, whether we were friendly or just rude, what we do with our lives is the lasting memory of what makes us us. What makes our children or our friends or our family tell stories around the dinner table about memories that we made with them. Be kind, be friendly, be a good person. That's what matters.
And there you have it. 12 stanzas from the God of Wisdom himself for the next 12 months of next year. Did any of those speak to you in any way? If so, what message did you get from them? Leave your thoughts in a comment down below. or if you want me to make a whole video about the Hávamál someday, tell me that too down below. If you liked this video, hit those like and subscribe buttons as well, and go ahead and check out some of the other videos on my channel. Well, thanks for watching. I wish you all a wonderful Yuletide season, and until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.